The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. No man ever wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune. Happiness is the meaning and purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. Gods know all things. Man is the dream of a shadow. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. The end of labor is to gain leisure. He who is of calm and happy nature will hardly feel the pressure of age, but to him who is of an opposite disposition, youth and age are equally a burden. Wrong timing is very dangerous. Success is dependent on effort. We are not what we know, but what we are willing to learn. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, desire. The very spring and root of honesty and virtue lie in good education. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. Time is the soul of this world. There are 2 things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. No man ever steps in the same river twice. Apply yourself both now and in the next life. Without effort, you cannot be prosperous. Though the land be good, you cannot have an abundant crop without cultivation. To find yourself, think for yourself. For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in few. As mortals, we should behave as mortals. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want breathe, it is then you shall have it. Sweet is the memory of the sorrows past. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. Fast is fine, but accuracy is everything. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. There is nothing permanent except change. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Silence at the proper season is wisdom and better than any speech. The worst of all deceptions is self-deception. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Much learning does not teach understanding. If I had followed the multitude, I should not have studied philosophy. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. It is impossible to live a pleasant life without living wisely and well and justly. And it is impossible to live wisely and well and justly without living a pleasant life. The proper bulk is better than the big bulk. The essence of knowledge is having it to apply it, not having it to confess your ignorance. I know that I am intelligent because I know that I know nothing. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. They did not know her. Gods are hard for mortals to recognize. We are not separated from spirit. We are in it. Happiness resides not in possessions and not in gold. Happiness dwells in the soul. Time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time is like saying, I don't want to. We became men once, and one cannot become twice. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. The true test of a civilization is not the census, nor the size of its cities, nor the crops no harvest, but the kind of man that the country turns out. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. No human being will ever know the truth, for even if they happened to say it by chance, they would not even know they had done so. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. It is in virtue of unity that beings are beings. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. What a wonderful being is man, if he is a man. He has the most who is most content with the least. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. A multitude of words is no proof of a prudent mind. In everything, there is a share of everything. Thy foolish passions, learn thou to subdue them. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Good character is not formed in a week or a month. It is created little by little, day by day. Protracted and patient effort is needed to develop good character. Man is naturally deceitful ever in every way. Throw moderation to the winds, and the greatest pleasures bring the greatest pains. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Let him who would move the world first move himself. The most difficult thing in life is to know yourself. Nature does nothing in vain. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. In all things of nature, there is something marvelous. All men by nature desire to know. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. You cannot step twice into the same river. Difficulties are things that show a person what they are. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. The foundation of every state is the education of its youth. Whatever comes from God is impossible for a man to turn back. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. What is beautiful is good, and who is good will soon be beautiful. Happiness depends upon ourselves. To be conscious of being, you need to reclaim consciousness from the mind. This is one of the most essential tasks on your spiritual journey. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. We must free ourselves of the hope that the sea will ever rest. We must learn to sail in high winds. No one that encounters prosperity does not also encounter danger. Pay attention to your enemies, for they are the first to discover your mistakes. The more one knows, the more one realizes how little one knows. Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Small opportunities are often the beginning of great enterprises. Be as you wish to seem. We do not learn, and that what we call learning is only a process of recollection. Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. The noble man is chiefly concerned with wisdom and friendship. Of these, the former is a mortal good, the latter an immortal one. Do not waste time on what you cannot control or influence. Number is the ruler of forms and ideas, and the cause of gods and demons. The soul is dyed the color of its thoughts. Think only on those things that are in line with your principles and can bear the full light of day. Better a little which is well done than a great deal imperfectly. The road to success is paved with many tempting parking spaces. The eyes are more exact witnesses than the ears. The sun is new every day. Everything flows and nothing stays. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. If you do not expect the unexpected, you will not find it, for it is hard to be sought out and difficult. The truth is hidden from us. Good means not merely not to do wrong, but rather not to desire to do wrong. In everything, there is a portion of everything. Men have created gods out of fear. It is the human mind that created the gods. The most important part of education is proper training in the nursery. The senses deceive us, and reason corrects the errors. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempest. World is decay, life is perception. The goal of life is living in agreement with nature. He who steals a little steals with the same wish as he who steals much, but with less power. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. To perceive is to suffer. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Hope is a waking dream. What I like to drink most is wine that belongs to others. The proper bulk is better than the big bulk. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. If things do not turn out as we wish, we should wish for them as they turn out. The ideal man bears the accidents of life with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. I am called a dog because I fawn on those who give me anything. I yelp at those who refuse, and I set my teeth in rascals. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. With the truth, all given facts harmonize, but with what is false, the truth soon hits a wrong note. It is their character indeed that makes people who they are, but it is by reason of their actions that they are happy or the reverse. The world is knowable, harmonious, and good. Wisdom thoroughly learned will never be forgotten. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want to breathe, it is then you shall have it. Republics decline into democracies, and democracies degenerate into despotisms. To lead an orchestra, you must turn your back on the crowd. The greater the difficulty, the more the glory in surmounting it. Most people are bad. World is decay, life is perception. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. To live well and honorably and justly are the same thing. Perseverance is more prevailing than violence, and many things which cannot be overcome when they are together yield themselves up when taken little by little. If you do not expect the unexpected, you will not recognize it when it arrives. A real scoundrel turned up and they took off their hats to him. Win by persuasion, not by force. Danger can only be overcome by more danger. Old men are twice children. A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. Truth lies at the bottom of a well. Not to mention the truth is hiding gold. We became grave diggers, but nobody dies anymore. An uninvited in-law finds no space to sit. The sins we often regret are the sins we never commit. Greeks only agree with each other about going to the toilet. If you do not have brains, you have legs. You can't shake hands with a clenched fist. Whatever kind of word thou speakest, the like shalt thou bear. You will break the bow if you keep it always bent. The mills of the gods grind slowly, but they grind exceeding small. A poor man who takes a rich wife has a ruler, not a wife. An eagle's old age is worth a sparrow's youth. It is not what they profess, but what they practice that makes them good. A good bird begins chirping while in the egg. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, prepare to die. Good accounts make good friends. Men who have lost heart ne'er yet won a trophy. No need to teach an eagle to fly. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Young wood makes a hot fire. When you go to bed with a clear head, you will not get up with a headache. Better a sick body than an ignorant mind. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. Upon touching sand, may it turn to gold. By degrees, the kissing so that it can be tasty. You will break the bow if you keep it always bent. What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. Many words are poverty. The tongue has no bones, yet it breaks bones. Sharing the figs can leave you with none at all. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. A lazy youth, when old, a beggar. When at a loss how to go on, cough. Remorse is worse than a beating. No mill, no meal. An old enemy never becomes a friend. One hand washes the other, and both wash the face. The past is certain, the future obscure. Listen carefully, speak seasonably. Son of a priest, grandson of the devil. You can tell who the good seamen are during a storm. Fire does not extinguish fire. Nothing is more active than thought, for it travels over the universe, and nothing is stronger than necessity, for all must submit to it. Love is all we have, the only way that each can help the other. Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. My best friend is the man who in wishing me well wishes it for my sake. The chief forms of beauty are order and symmetry and definiteness, which the mathematical sciences demonstrate in a special degree. He who thinks the worst usually is right.